assignment. Object, matrimony. Unfortunately, I won't be able to offer my usual lightning service, for I have a prior engagement in Yonkers, New York, arranging the second marriage of the well-known half-millionaire, Horace Van de Gelder. As my late husband, Ephraim Levi, always said, that means he has at least $60,000 cash in his pocket. Oh, but don't you worry. I promise I have you carried across so much threshold before the week is out. May I also mention, I'm available for financial consultation, lessons in the guitar and mandolin, short distance hauling, and varicose veins reduced.
Sally. She's the one that's been to recommend this name that kind of made her sister. Wasn't just a mom. Don't forget to bring your baby back to children. Sally.
You know, I'm something of an artist myself. I do little silhouettes with scissors and paper. Ooh, here's one of Ada Rhea looking the other way. I have to do them like this because, well, I'm no good with noses.
Mrs. Levi, the train for Yonkers leaves in 5 minutes. And if we don't get there on time...
Oh, but we will, Mr. Kimball. And that's only when Mr. Van de Gelder gives you permission to marry his niece, Ermengarde, but he'll be dancing at your wedding. And not alone either, because I just so happen to be engaged in finding him a suitable second wife. What he really wants is someone steady to clean the household. Like my late husband, Ephraim Levi, always said, a wedding is a bride to make a housekeeper think she's a householder.
I know all about it, Mrs. Levi. Half of New York says he's going to propose to Miss Irene Malloy this very afternoon.
Which is why I'm on my way this very evening and can take on your case and knock out 4 lovebirds with 1 stone. Or whatever I'll throw, I'll see. And why, what do you think of that? I have nothing to pay my train fare with. Just large bills, 5s and 7s.
Well, I have some change here somewhere. I just hope this all isn't a wild goose chase, Mrs. Levi.
Oh, and speaking of poultry, I'm also available for fresh Jersey eggs, surgical corsets, rebone, ears pierced,
Mrs. Levi!
That kind of made her sister. Wasn't just natural love. Don't forget to bring your maiden essential passion up. Sally.
Tell me, Mrs. Levi, what's all this for you?
A living, Mr. Kemper. Some paint, some sew. I meddle. I have always been a woman you go buy our tickets, get a window seat, and I'll order lunch. I'll meet you on board. Alfred Levi, I'm going to marry Horace Bendigo for his money. And I'm going to send it circulating by the people just like you taught me. And I want to sign on them sometime today to approve. Oh, it won't be a marriage in the sense that we had, but I shall certainly make him happy. And I'm tired of them. I'm tired of living from here to mouth. So I want that sign.
Mrs. Levi.
Sometime today. Oh, Mr. Kemper, don't you worry. We'll make that train. We'll get to Yonkers and you'll marry Ermengarde. Just leave everything up to me. Well, when my little pimply wiggle is so young lady gets to giggle, then I make my knuckles active right. Says she's so attractive. Then I wipe my index digit and they both begin to fidget. Then I clench my palms. Like the ring of solid. Any more questions?
Yes.
What?
Does the chief clerk get one evening off a week?
So that's how you thank me? No! You'll attend the store as usual. Now get back to work. Don't forget to put the lid on the sheep dip. Evenings off, marrying artists, foolishness. 99% of the people in this world are fools, and the rest of us are in danger of contamination. Well, I was young once, which was foolish, and got married, which was foolish, and got whored, which in Yonkers is pretty bad. Now, then my wife died, which was foolish of her. Then I became older, which was sensible of me. Became mean, rich, and friendless, which in Yonkers is about as far as you could go. Oh, I know what you're wondering now. Why made such great sense? Were you planning anything as foolish as getting married again? Well, I'll tell you. A house without a wife
is an empty shell. Pretty dirty, too. It takes a woman all powdered and pink. The joy is in cleaning up the clean and the sick. And it takes a man with all the ashes and so does the thing for dumping the ashes.
Yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, all right. Oh, yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the things in life.
The poor young maiden who's constantly there for washing and bluing and chewing the merit takes a female and weeding the guernsey and cleaning the stables.
Yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh, yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life. Come on, fellas. And so she'll work until infinity, reaches for femininity. Rah, 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 F-E-M-I-T-Y.
Get out of here! And in the winter she shoveled the ice and lovingly set out the trash for the mice. She's a joy in nature for perfectly speaking. For whom do you turn when the point is leaking?
To that dainty woman, that fragile woman, and sweetheart, that mistress, that wife. Oh, yes, it takes a woman,
A husky woman.
to bring you the sweet things in life. Oh, yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh, yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life.
Congratulations! Congratulations! 1,000 congratulations!
What?
Congratulations, Mr. Van de Gelder. Half New York is already raving about the news that you practically already proposed to Irene Malloy. All my congratulations and sympathy.
Sympathy? Sympathy?
Oh, did I say that? Oh, no, a slip of the tongue, that's all. No, I'm really happy about the news, actually. After all, you know what they said, she wasn't easy to hand off. But I never believed the rumors. No, I didn't. There's no truth to them at all.
Rumors? What rumors?
Nothing to get upset about, Mr. Van de Gelder. According to all known facts, her husband passed away quite naturally. It's just that he went so sudden. A couple of spoonfuls of Irene's homemade chowder and... But it could have happened to anyone. No, there's no truth in it at all.
Now, are you trying to say that Miss Malloy...
Oh, I mean to say nothing, Mr. Van de Gelder. Just friendly advice. Keep away from the chowder. Oh, and you should see it. She's already ordered her wedding dress. It's beautiful. Black.
Now, look here, Dolly. Rumors or not, I plan on calling on Miss Malloy this afternoon. As arranged.
Oh, very well then. Very well. Like I said before, congratulations on your forthcoming nuptials. And may you rest in, may guardian angels watch over the both of you, particularly at dinner time. Oh, but you know, I think there's nothing left for me to do but to go back and tell the other girl, the heiress, not to wait.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. A word. Heiress.
I demand particulars, Mrs. Levi. Particulars. Her name?
Her name? Money. Ernestina Money.
What a lovely, lovely name.
Picture this if you will. Hair shiny like a newly minted dime. Eyes big and round like silver dollars. And skin soft and mossy like green band.
I can feel it now.
Age 19. Weight 102. Waist 47.
Waist 47.
That's with the money belt. Now I can arrange for you to meet this Ernestina this very afternoon.
I ain't got time, Dally. I have to take my niece Ermengarde to New York so she forgets about a certain Ambrose Kempter.
I can do that for you. I know just how to handle such things.
Then I have to march in the 14th Street Association parade.
Oh, what a coincidence. Guess who's been chosen to ride the main float? Spirit of 14th Street. Miss Money. Her mother was a cash, you know.
All right. I'll meet Miss Money at the end of the parade, but I still plan on calling on Mrs. Malloy.
Very well then, Mr. Vandergelder. What races you make me run. I'll meet you outside her hat shop at 2:30 just as planned. Oh, but wait till you see Ernestina Horace. You're gonna love her. She's a vision. A dream.
One more thing, Dally. Suppose I don't like Mrs. Malloy and I ain't like Miss Money either.
Well, I just happen to have one more name on my list. A name that I know as well as my own. But that will all come up in due time. Don't you worry. Ambrose Ermengarde, we have plans to make.
Chief clerk? Promoted from chief clerk to chief clerk. And if I'm good, in another 10 years, I'll be promoted to chief clerk again. I'm 33 years old, Barnaby, and I still don't get an evening free. When am I going to begin to live?
You can live on the holidays, Cornelius.
Do you remember what we did last Christmas, Barnaby? All of those rotten tomato cans exploded, and we had to clean up the mess all afternoon. Do you call that living?
No.
Barnaby, you and I are going to New York.
You mean close the store?
Uh-huh.
Cornelius, we can't.
We'll have to. Some more of those rotten tomato cans are going to explode.
Holy cabooses! How do you know?
Because I'm going to light a candle under them, that's how I know. It'll make such a stink. No one will be able to come around the store for 24 hours at least. That'll get us an evening off. Barnaby, you and I are going to New York. We're going to spend our money. We're going to have a good meal. We're going to be in danger. We might even be arrested.
Holy cabooses.
And one more thing, Barnaby. We're not coming home until we've each kissed a girl.
Cornelius, you can't do that. You don't know any girls.
Well, I'm 33 years old, Barnaby. We gotta start somewhere.
I'm only 17, Cornelius. This isn't so urgent for me.
Barnaby, it's New York! Elevated trains, lights on Broadway. The stuffed whale at Barnum's Museum.
A stuffed whale?
A stuffed whale, Barnaby. What do you say?
Yes, Cornelius. Yes!
Now, the first thing to do is to make you financially independent. I know. I'll find you a job. Can you dance?
I'm an artist, Mrs. Levi. I hate.
Well, then. My part.
Mrs. Dolly Levi. Painter taught how to dance.
Now, there's a man, Rudolph Weisenberg at the Harmonium Gardens. I'll give you a note to give to him, and I can see if he can enter you into the polka contest. The week's prize is a solid gold cup. The cups we won, Ephraim and me.
Hold on, Mrs. Levi. No fiancé of mine is going to set foot in a cafe. And I don't mind saying I'm surprised that you have acquaintances in a place like that.
Acquaintances? No! Dear friends. Dear friends from days gone by. Why, my late husband, Ephraim Levi, believed in life anywhere you could find it. Operas, ballrooms, yes, even theaters. Like clockwork, every Saturday night, we made our way down those steps, Ephraim and me.
It's all very well to go down like clockwork, Mrs. Levi, but you're asking Ermengarde to work there.
Oh, it's the only way to show Mr. Vandergelder we mean business. Now you go down there and incidentally tell them that Dolly is coming back, and that I want to blue wallpaper. Yes, blue.
The bottom row looks all right, Cornelius. Now hold the candle to the ones up on top. They're swelling up like they're gonna burst. Oh, holy cabooses! I can smell that here.
Let's get dressed, Barnaby. We're going to New York. Out there's a world outside of Yonkers. Way out there beyond this hick town, Barnaby. There's a slick town, Barnaby. Out there, full of shine and full of sparkle. Close your eyes and see it glisten, Barnaby. Listen, Barnaby. Go on, Barnaby. Show your face.
Vandergelder for one reason and one reason alone, Minnie. To get away from the millinery business. I hate cats.
Mrs. Malloy!
I can no longer stand being suspected of being a wicked woman with nothing to show for it.
Oh, Mrs. Malloy.
Oh, don't protest, Minnie. All milliners are suspected of being wicked women. That's why I can't go into balls or theaters or shops. Why, that's all the proof they need. Take my word for it, Minnie. Either I marry Horace Vandergelder or I break out of this place like a fire engine. Oh, no, not Miss Mortimer again.
Miss Mortimer, I'll take care of it.
No, Minnie. Leave it be. You can make another hat for Miss Mortimer if you like. I'm wearing this one myself.
Mrs. Malloy, you can't. You're a widow in that hat. Well, it's provocative, that's what.
Is it, Minnie? Well, who knows, when we walk to the shop this afternoon, I'm provocative. Maybe just what I want to be.
Mrs. Malloy?
I'll be wearing ribbons down my back this summer, blue and green and streaming in the yellow sky. So if someone special comes my way this summer, he might notice me passing by, and so I'll try to make it easier to find me in the stillness of July, because a breeze might blow a rainbow behind me that might happen to catch a gentleman's eye, and he might smile and take me by the hand this summer, making me recall how lovely love can be. And so I will proudly wear ribbons down my back, shining in my hair, that you might notice me. And so I will proudly wear ribbons down my back, shining in my hair, that he might notice me.
This next question I'm about to ask, but I'm going to ask it anyhow. Mrs. Malloy, do you love Horace Vandergelder?
No, Minnie, I don't. Peter Malloy, God rest him, was my share of love, and, well, I'm not saying I was shortchanged. Once is enough for a woman as long as it was true love, and it was that. Minnie, I think there's two men staring into the shop.
Men?
Why, I do believe they need to come in here.
Men? In the shop? Mrs. Malloy, what should we do?
Do? Why, flirt with them, of course. I'll give you the short one.
Mrs. Malloy, what do with all that talk about love?
Love enough I've had, Minnie. It's a bit of adventure I could do with now. We'll get him all heated up and then drop him cold. It'll be good practice for married life. Now, you go back into the workroom. I know a few ways we can perk up our appearance. Besides, a bit of a wait will only make them more nervous and easier for us to...
If you say bam, I'll scream.
There!
Just goes to show you, Barnaby. You walk around New York all afternoon and then nothing happens. Suddenly, here we are on the quiet And there's
Vandergelder.
Is he still out there? Go look.
He's sitting on that bench, Cornelius. Are you sure this is an adventure?
Don't worry, Barnaby. When you're in one, you'll know. How much money do we have left?
Not much, but, let's see. 40 cents for the train ride back, 30 cents for dinner, and 20 cents to see the whale. 90 cents. Why?
When those two ladies come back, we'll have to pretend to be customers. Rich customers, that's it. Then we won't have to spend a penny. We're two men about town looking for hats for ladies. Oh, good afternoon, Mrs.
Malloy.
Cornelius Hackle here.
Here, Barnaby Tucker.
My pleasure, gentlemen. Now, what'll I do for you,
Well, you see,
Or
we're
a
two
couple of
ladies
hats,
about
you see,
town
we're
looking for the
looking for a
passage
lady or
point.
two.
Well, we want a hat. For a lady, of course, and everyone said to come to Mrs. Malloy's because she's so pretty. What I mean to say is, her hats are so pretty.
And so reasonable, Cornelius. As reasonable as under $1. That way we'd still have enough money to go see the whale.
You'll have to pay him no mind, Mrs. Malloy. He's come all the way from Yonkers, New York, and he's all excited about seeing the whale. Why don't you keep an eye out that window, Barnaby? Maybe you'll see it pass by.
Is it big and black with little beady red eyes?
Yes.
It's sitting on that bench.
Excuse me, but did you say Yonkers, Mr. Hackle?
Oh, yes, ma'am, Yonkers. And if you don't mind me saying so, I'm positive that you do enjoy Yonkers. By that I mean, Mr. Malloy would enjoy Yonkers, too.
Oh, I'm a widow, Mr. Hackle.
Barnaby, she's a widow. So sorry to hear that, Mrs. Malloy. I'm sure that Mr. Malloy would have enjoyed Yonkers, especially in that hat. By that I mean I'm you, Mrs. Malloy, not Mr. Malloy. May he rest in peace. You are Catholic, aren't you? Don't let that worry you. I can change. Mrs. Malloy, if you happen to have a Sunday free sometime soon, I'd be more than happy to show you Yonkers from top to bottom.
Well, as a matter of fact, I might be there sooner than you think.
Oh, really?
You see, I have a friend who lives in Yonkers. You might even know him.
Perhaps I do.
Although it's usually so silly to ask in cases like that. It's a Mr. Vandergelder.
Horace Vandergelder.
Oh, Vandergelder's hay and feed.
Do you know him?
No.
Well, Mr. Vandergelder is a substantial man and well-liked, they tell me.
He's a wonderful man, Mrs. Malloy. Has only one fault as far as I can tell. He's hard as nails.
Cornelius, I think...
Now, I wonder if your friend might like this one.
I beg your pardon, Mrs. Malloy, but I was wondering if I could just...
What are you doing? Oh, come out of there
We can
this
explain everything
minute!
later, I promise.
Really, gentlemen, I insist that you
We're
come out of there this
innocent
minute
as
or
can
else force
be,
to
Miss
send for
Malloy.
Officer Goldie, please! Mr. Vandergelder.
Mrs. Malloy? Mrs. Levi isn't here yet, is she? Well, when she comes, she can just come looking for me. When I plan to meet someone, I plan to be on time. Here, here's a present for you. Chocolate-covered peanuts, unshelled. That's the expensive kind. Did I just see you talking with two men?
Men? Men, Mr. Vandergelder, what would men be doing in a lady's hat shop, really? Now let's go back into my workroom. I'm so anxious for you to see it.
I saw it last week.
So you did. Well, Mr. Vandergelder, what's new in the hay and feed business? I hear you have three friends all hard as nails. I mean,
What are you talking about?
Yonkers, Mr. Vandergelder. I hear it's a very beautiful city.
And who's been telling you about Yonkers, may I ask?
Nobody. A friend.
What friend?
Well, you see,
He!
a customer, Mr. Vandergelder, someone quite well-to-do, as a matter of fact. He was in here buying hats for ladies. You might even know him, although it's usually so silly to ask in cases like that. It's Mr. Cornelius Hackle.
Did you say Hackle?
Why, yes.
He happens to be my chief clerk. I demand an explanation.
And I'm going to give you one. Why shouldn't she know Cornelius Hackle? Everyone in New York knows Cornelius Hackle. Why, he's here at all the fashionable homes, all the operas. He's at the Harmonia Gardens 3 times a week.
Impossible. He's only got $146.35, and I keep it in my safe.
Mr. Vandergelder, no, you're killing me, really. He's one of the Hackles. They built the canal.
What canal?
Henry! Whoa! Mr. Vandergelder, who took the horses from Jenny Lynn's carriage and pulled her through the streets? Mr. Hackle. And who dressed up as a waiter at 14th Street and stuffed an oyster down Mrs. Astor's Well, I can't say it, but it was Cornelius. He's the playboy of New York. Now, Irene, don't deny it. I can see you were taken with him just like everyone else.
Well, really, Dolly, I've only seen him once. Of course.
No, really. Mr. Hackle, Mr. Hackle is
Hold your tongue. There's a man in there.
Now, if there's a man in that lady's closet,
No, Mr. Vanderbilt, you can't! It's too dangerous.
no man can hide in the lady's closet that can harm me.
No man indeed, Mr. Vandergelder. I'm sure you make short work of any man. I can see those muscles under your jacket rippling back and forth as we speak. Ripple, ripple, ripple. Back and forth and ripple and ripple.
Mrs. Levi, stand aside.
Stand indeed! That's exactly what the court will want you to do when they find out you entered this classroom without a search warrant. What do you stand for if you don't stand for the great law of this wonderful land? I know what I stand for. I stand for
Has this not affected you, sir?
I came here ages 14 and that's my people, and I must have that great patriotic American set up.
I stand for motherhood.
America and Here that serve you to make you go missing Fourscore and 7 years ago.
Formed a more perfect union.
Get the torpedoes full speed ahead! So you see, Mr. Vandergelder, there could possibly be a man in this closet. Bless you.
Mrs. Malloy?
All right, Mr. Vanderbilt, there is a man in that closet.
Aha!
And another one under that table.
What the devil?
And there also happens to be a very perfect explanation, but for the present, good afternoon.
Good Lord, the whole room's crawling with men. I'll never get over it. I imagine I'll see you this afternoon, Mr. Vandergelder.
Yes, you will, Mrs. Levi, with a certain young lady on the main floor. Good day.
Irene, didn't bring these for you. Oh, this is so nice. Oh, I'm sure. I haven't had these in ages. Excuse me.
Miss Malloy. Oh. I can explain everything.
I don't wish to hear any of your explanations, Mr. Hackle. Just you and Mr. Tucker, please do me the pleasure of leaving my shop immediately. I'll be forced to send for Officer Goldberg.
Oh, no, Irene. Sitting for the officers is letting them off way too easy. The law courts, that's where they belong. Why, I've been counting the offenses these two have caused, and you have enough for 2 writs and a garnishing. Now, the thing to do is make it seem like you're trying to solve this amicably. Have dinner with them.
Dinner?
Is that absolutely necessary?
That's how they do things in the law, Irene. First dinner, then garnishing.
Well, if it must be, Mr. Hackle, Mr. Tucker, you may take Miss Fay and myself to dinner.
We'd be delighted to, Miss Malloy. I speak for Barnaby, too, of course. I hear that the railway station has a wonderful restaurant.
Oh, no, Mr. Hackle. If Harmonia Gardens is good enough for you and your fashionable friends, it's good enough for us.
Oh, no. Well, we can't go there. It's not the money or anything. It's the
whale.
It's the whale. No, it isn't the whale, Barnaby. Well, you see, it's the dancing. You see, there's dancing in a place like that, and I don't know how, and it would take me days, weeks,
You know, same old aches in my back, pains in my sides, stabs in my liver, but I'm fine. You know, my daughter Franny got married. Did she? Yeah, a year ago last September.
It's been such a long time since we've seen you, Mrs. Levi.
Such a long, long time. Ephraim, let me go, Ephraim. It's been long enough now. For years, I've done the same thing every night. I let the cat out. I made myself alone, run tidy, to say my prayers, thanking the Lord that I was independent. That my life was taken up with someone else's. And one night, an opening out of my Bible. I prayed it the night that I was married. It was a perfectly good opening. It was without life or colors. And then I realized it reminded me of myself. For years, I had no function as here. I had any thoughts, anything ever working out. But I decided to rejoin the human break and I want you to give me away. Passes
Miss Levi, she's beautiful. Everything you said and more. Wait there, Miss. Wait a minute. Hey, you stop that. Think. Big talking. That's my fiance, Emerald Clark. Hey, what are you doing? Let's go.
Let's go, gentlemen. Of course. That's just the last minute substitution, that's all. Don't you worry. Miss Winnie got a little tied up helping out at the mint. They're running a little short, so she needed a helping hand. Oh, but don't you worry. She'll be meeting you outside of Harmonia Gardens at 8 o'clock tonight.
That's the most expensive restaurant in town.
And it should be. What food? And the fastest waiters in New York. Oh, I'll be running a little late, so Miss Winnie will be waiting for you outside. Oh, wait till you see her, Horace. She'll be all dolled up in mint green and baby pink shoes, singing an old tune, Sweet Rosie O'Gravy. You won't be able to miss her.
Allie, from this point on, I'm discharging you as my marriage counselor. From now on, you're just like any other one. Is that clear?
Crystal clear? Gentlemen?
Hey,
Oh,
Dolly! God, stop me!
it's as good as mine.
Cornelius, we've just loved looking at the lights of 14th Street these past 4 hours, but now perhaps you better call a hack or we won't make it to Harmonia Gardens on time. Oh, there's one.
Oh, no. No. We can't do that, Mrs. Malloy. It's not the money or anything. It's just that nowadays, really elegant people don't take hacks.
Hacks is out.
They'll go by streetcar.
JP Vanderbilt, Diamond Jim Morgan.
Well, then by all means, a streetcar.
Imagine, just think, I've been elegant all my life and never knew it.
Of course, if you really want to be elegant,
We do.
you walk. Yes, New York, it's really us, Barnaby and Cornelius.
Oh, yes, so Mr. Aguilar, look spectacular.
What an act! There is to that acting like a born aristocrat. We've got elegance if you ain't got elegance. You can never ever carry it off. Well-bred, ugly, mini-fed, has pedigree. Silver spoons were used for feeding sweet. Got elegance if you ain't got elegance. You can never ever carry.
We've got elegance, we've got bills in elegance, and we know elegance. We'll carry it
Isn't that just like the rich? Well, gentlemen, are you not sure what it is?
Of course we are. Which one? Barnaby! Mrs. Malloy, I was wondering,
Yes, Mr. Hackle?
as we start inside, may I
Yes, Mr. Hackle?
put my arm around your waist?
Yes, Mr. Hackle. But I may as well warn you, a corset is a corset.
No, Ermengarde, you heard Mrs. Malloy. This is the only way to show your complimentary business. Now, could you weep a little faster or short yourself? Faster! That's it.
Let's go, sweetie!
Und it is my order as your commander and head waiter of Harmonia Gardens that tonight, of all nights, our usual lightning service will be twice as lightning as ever on earth! I trust you're finding your table satisfactory. The private dining rooms cost a bit more, but they do afford the best view of the entertainment.
Excuse me.
$1.40, Cornelius. That's all that's left.
Are you sure Barnaby counted again?
Oh, Minnie, prepare yourself for a big night. We're out with two of New York's best-known sports.
I was wrong, Cornelius. It's only $1.35. I'll count it again.
No, Barnaby, we can't afford it.
Oh, Minnie, I'm gonna order everything on the menu. Waiter.
Sir, I have told you before, this table is reserved for Miss Levi.
And who do you think I am? Why, it's only Horace Vanderbilt party. She's in my party. I ain't hers.
It's just that Miss Levi mentioned nothing about you bringing your...
My personal position? That's no rouge, Doctor.
But Miss Levi I only ordered a chicken for two.
Chickens! Chickens are dear!
Un pâté maison, salad chaud, and au revoir.
Why did you tell me this was an Oriental establishment? Bring 2 bowls of rice. Miss Money, it's been said that you carry respectable sums in your belt.
Yeah, $2. Only it's in my garter.
We have to worry about our reputations, Cornelius. Minnie and I don't care who saves tonight. Minnie, what have you decided?
I couldn't have anything at these prices. I really couldn't.
Great Grindstones, what a sensible girl. Waiter, bring us 4 glasses of beer, a loaf of yesterday's bread, and some cheese.
Yesterday's bread. Cornelius, now I know how you keep half of New York in stitches all the time.
Minnie, have you ever eaten pheasant?
Pheasants?
Say, you ashamed or something?
I just thought the sight chill, that's all.
Well, how do you say so? Here, I'll owe you this. Now, let's order something to hold us till the rice comes. Waiter, will you bring roast duckling pig with chestnut oyster stuffing, cheese fondue, and some lady fingers? Now, what will you have? With the big ears. What are you doing after the show tonight?
It's sweet of you to worry about our digestion, Cornelius, but I'm sure the pheasants are fresh. We'll take 4, please. A nice red wine.
Oh, wait a minute. No wine.
No wine?
Champagne.
Champagne!
Champagne, Barnaby, and Neapolitan ice cream. This is a once in a lifetime. And you go and you give a nickel to that band leader and tell him to play 2 Wild Rose. We want some music while we dance.
Say, this is a cafe, isn't it? Let's dance.
The Vandergellers do not dance. We're Presbyterian.
All right, I'll dance myself. Just give him $2 to the band leader and tell him to play something refined. I'm gonna do the hoochie coochie.
All right, Cornelius. I'll give the nickel to the band leader. Just promise me you won't order anything else.
Right here, Miss Money. Here, give this to the band leader. Tell him to play a waltz.
Tell him to play
Miss Money!
And 2 more pheasants.
Cornelius! My purse!
My purse! Excuse me, that's my
Excuse
purse.
me, that's my purse. I know it's mine because the only thing that's in there is $1, 3 dimes, 5 pennies, and Cornelius! Cornelius! Did he say 2 pheasants? 3, 4 pheasants for the whole house. And forget if I don't get to see the whale, I'll buy my own!
She's here. The lady. What? Are you sure, boy?
Like you told me, sir. 8 o'clock and the nose up. Pulls a carriage. And out steps a woman with red feathers. And the biggest handbag I've ever seen.
It's she! Miss Levi! She's here!
Hey, Rudolph, is it true? I heard some laughing outside the kitchen window and it sounded like...
It is! It's Dolly! Fritz, tell the band leader she just stepped on her carriage!
Rudolph, sure, bro.
I just saw her step on the golden white carriage, pulled by 6 black horses with scarlet grooms!
Ah, Rudolph, this is like old times.
Sir! Rudy, she's here!
Excuse me, girlie. Dolly Gallagher. You're over half hour late. And in that, get up. I want to talk to you about,
Ernestina?
exactly.
Ernestina, whom I trusted.
She wanted to do the hoochie coochie.
Well, she's always been a bit artistic, Horace. I'm going to have our table moved down front. There's a polka contest tonight, and there's a contestant that I want you to see. Rudolph. Now, let's not say another word about it, Horace. I'm just as shocked as you are. I have no idea what I want to have ordered. What will you have?
You ordered a chicken. Now, about that hoochie coochie.
no, I couldn't have a chicken. Not a chicken. Not after what happened today.
Stripes the chicken.
Bring a turkey.
What are you doing now?
Oh, nothing. Just looking things over, getting acquainted with my surroundings. That's all.
That's the trouble with you, Dolly. Anybody who married you would be as nervous as a cat.
What's that? What's that you're saying?
Anybody who married you would be as nervous as a cat.
Horace Vandergutter, you get that thought right out of your mind this instant. I have no intention of marrying you.
You misunderstood me.
I should hope so. I'm not some Irene Malloy whose head can be turned by some chocolate peanut. Unshelled, no. The thought of you even mentioning such a thing. No, Horace, you go your way and I'll go mine.
I didn't mean it like that.
I should hope not. If I had any plans of marrying again, it would be to a far more pleasure-loving man than yourself. Now, let's not have another word about that. Here's the waiter with our food. I'll serve, Mr. Vandergutter. Thank you, Rudolph. Here, have some white meat and some dumplings, light as air they are, and some giblets, tender but good. You should start right in the wine. You'll feel much better. No, Horace, like I said, you go your way and I'll go mine. But before I forget, since you brought the matter up, there's one more thing I ought to say.
I didn't bring anything up.
One more thing I ought to say is, yes, I'm a woman who likes to know all things that are going on. A woman who likes to manage things. But I would not like to manage something as out of control as your household. You'd have to do that on your own, God helping you.
It's not out of control.
That's nice. Here, have some beets. No, a friendless, quarrelsome person such as yourself is no companion of mine. You salt your beets, and I'll salt mine.
Will you stop saying that?
I won't say another word.
Good.
Except this. You think at your age you'd like to hear the honest truth?
My age. We're always talking about my age.
Well, I don't know what your age is, but in Yonkers, with a bad temper and bad food, you're liable to double it in weeks. Here, have some more meat. Beets, they're good.
I don't like beets.
That's nice. No, Horace, you see, you could be a very, charming man if you wanted to.
I don't want to be charming.
Oh, look, you can't even contain yourself. Oh, sit down, Horace. Let's change the subject. But before we do, there's one more thing I ought to say.
And if it's to ask me to marry you, Dolly, never, not in a million years would I ever ask you to marry me.
Well, I guess that means you want me to ask you. Well, I'm sorry, Horace, but I'm turning you down.
How can you turn me down? I didn't even ask you anything.
There's no use in arguing over it, Horace. I've already made up your mind. Here, let me cut your wings.
I got a headache. I'm going back to the hotel.
Oh, you can't leave now, Horace. The competition's about to begin.
Here's a 20. Wait a minute. This isn't my purse. There's only $1, 3 dimes, 5 pennies, and a button. My purse. This isn't my purse.
That purse you found isn't. It belongs to that man over there. It's
Impossible. I can't imagine you without your purse, Horace.
What am I gonna do? I've never eaten here. They don't know. Don't eat this.
Oh, look, Horace. It's the latest thing. A polka. I'm gonna have our table moved. Rudolph, move our table to the front. There's a contestant I want Horace to see. Oh, I can't wait for you to see his graceful movements.
That man, he looks so familiar.
Oh, yes. Tell him like this. He should when
Cornelius Hackle.
Mr. Vandergelder.
Barnaby Tucker.
Mr. Vandergelder?
Ermengarde. Mrs. Levi, you've got some explaining to do.
I think so.
Mr. Vandergelder.
I don't want to hear it. You're fired.
Oh.
Police!
Police. This is all you're doing.
Arrest that man!
All right. You're all under arrest. Arrest. Do something. Down. Do.
That's better. Now you're all charged with disturbing the peace, assault and battery, inciting to riot, and several other serious violations of the law of this city. Is there anyone here to speak in your behalf? I say, is there anyone here to speak in your behalf? Miss Dolly Levi, attorney at law.
Your Honor, the defense rests. No, ladies and gentlemen, there's no use in calling witnesses. Not when I look upon that bench and I see a brow that gleams with honor, a pair of snow-white whiskers that glisten with fair play, and a nose. I ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to look at this nose. It shines in the light like a flaming beacon of justice. Your Honor, could you turn this way so we get a better look at your beacon? Which is why I ask for a verdict of freedom for my clients and a verdict of guilty for the only true culprit, Mr. Horace Bannigan of Yonkers, New York!
Dolly!
The only true fiend responsible for the heinous crimes of disturbing the peace and private property.
A curtain torn, a waiter-proof, and a solid gold cup vent!
Cruelty to a poor, defenseless minor.
Oh my God.
Do you mind repeating that, dear?
Excuse me, Mr. Levi, but if it pleases the court, I have something to say.
Oh, Mr. Hackle, I was just about to call on you. You go right ahead.
Cornelius, if you testify against me, I'll have you discharged.
You've already done that, Mr. Vandergelder.
Then I'll do it again.
Even if you did, I'd still say what I have to say. Your Honor, I don't know much about disturbing the peace or inciting to riot, but I do know what happened to me today, which is about the most important thing that can happen to a man. Might never have happened to me if I'd stayed cooped up in Yonkers, New York, like you said. Your Honor, I'm talking about none other than love.
You can't tell me that after 33 years, you get one night up and you fall in love.
I did not fall in love with Mrs. Irene Malloy of this city in an evening. An hour! Even that's too long. What's less than a minute?
Second.
Less than that.
Moment.
A moment, that's it. Isn't the world full of wonderful things? There I sat in Yonkers, New York, and wonderful people like Mrs. Malloy sitting around, and I didn't even know them at all. I don't know if you can all see from where you're sitting, but the way her eyes and her nose open together up here, I'll tell you this. A woman is about the finest piece of work of God on earth. You can talk about Niagara Falls and the pyramids all you want, but they're not in it at all. Of course, I've spoken to women before, but may I talk to one as an equal, and they're so different from men. And mysterious, too. I bet you can know a woman all of her life and never really know whether she likes it or not. Today, I love so many things. My job, my future. Everything that people think is important, but I don't care. Even if I have to dig ditches for the rest of my life, I'll be a ditch digger that once had a wonderful day.
You missed a few words back there, Mr. Hackle. Right after it only.
It's a moment that is all such joy and sorrow. It only takes a moment. He had fallen.
See the prisoner now.
Well, Horace, there's your luck. Without niece, without store clerk, and without purse. There was one more thing I had to say.
And if it's to ask me to marry you, Dolly, never, not in a million years.
That's not at all what I was going to say. What I was going to say was...
What? Wait a minute.
Don't try to stop me, Horace.
Circumstances where I ever marry you, Dolly. You go your way, and I'll go. Dolly!
You stamped, Mr. Vandergelder?
What? Come crawling back, have you?
Oh no, Mr. Vandergelder. I've only come by to collect my $146.35. You see, I've decided to go into business for myself. And since the only business that I know is the hay and feed business, I'm opening up my own store.
And you found the perfect location, Mr. Vandergelder? Right across the street from you.
So you think you can compete with Vandergelders, do you? Just you try. Oh, what do you want?
I'm here for my back salary from the past 6 months. $6.12.
You can't do this to me? Neither of you can. I'll get my lawyers, I'll go to the courts, I'll sue you both. You won't take my money at all.
Oh, Horace, don't you look adorable in that outfit? Not many men acquainted with Ernestina. I'm so sorry. But I have one more name on my list. The ideal wife. But you were doing something, weren't you?
We were here to get Cornelius's money, $146.
And 35 cents.
And $6.12 of mine.
And the money my mama left me, $42.48.
38.
48.
All right. If it's the money you want, it's upstairs in the safe.
Money. Mr. Vandergelder's money. It's like the sun we walk on. It can kill or cure. Mr. Vandergelder never gets tired of speaking on how people can be foolish. In a sense, he's right, isn't he? Himself, Cornelius, Irene, myself, we're all foolish. And we can all ruin the world in our folly. The only thing that keeps us from harm are the 4 or 5 human pleasures that we all have a right to, and a little bit of money. The difference between a little bit of money and no money at all is enormous. It can destroy the world. And the difference between a little bit of money and a lot of money is slight. But it can also destroy the world too. It's all in a sense of how you use it. Like my great cousin, Ethel Levi, used to say, money is part of the expression. It's like manure. It's nothing unless you spread it, encouraging young things to grow. Well, that's the opinion of the next Mrs. Vandergelder. Oh, that reminds me of them. I'm ready for my sign now.
Don't just stand there, that goes upstairs.
Oh, like I was saying, Horace, I have the ideal wife for you.
Darling, I don't want you to find me no ideal wives. And if I want an ideal wife, I'll find her my own. And I found one. And it's you, damn it.
Horace!
Darling, I know I was a fool about Miss Malloy and the other girl. But forgive me and marry me.
Horace, you stop it.
What?
You know as well as I do that you're the first citizen of Yonkers. And any woman you should make your wife should be a somebody. Tell me, Horace, am I somebody?
You are a wonderful woman.
Oh, you're partial. No, it won't be enough to shower your wife with jewels and gifts, insisting that she be a benefactress to the whole town. By the way, it's foolish of you to let Cornelius open a shop right across from your own. You should take him back and let him be your partner.
Partner?
That way Garvey can have his old job. And we can all be together. And you can dance at Ermengarde's wedding.
That's it, darling. You've got your part. I won't dance. Besides, take me weeks, months, years to even learn how to dance. All right, I'll dance.
Oh, Horace, I never thought I'd hear you say such a thing.
Don't just stand here in the front room upstairs.
Horace Vandergelder, what on earth is going on up there?
I'm having the front room done in blue wallpaper.
Horace!
I know, the wallpapers are worn out yet, but he just set up the shop down the street. Guess I'd give him a little start. You know, I've always thought of money, pardon the expression, as manure. It's not any good until you use it.
Thank you, Ephraim.
Hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly. It's so nice to have you here where you belong. I never knew what always said was more than that.
Okay, Horace. I'm right here.
Wonderful woman. Oh,
Thank you.